Yeah, she would be, and I'm envisioning the lady, and this is maybe a weird reference. Okay, so in Blade Runner, there's this lady who Deckard buys a bottle of liquor from, and she's got like an eye patch. I guess she was in the adventure game too. She's got an eye patch and like a headscarf, and I can't help but just think of her. And I want a character like that. So she's a fence, right? Let's come up with a name for her. I'm gonna give her a Spanish or Portuguese name, I think. She's from around here. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Reclaimed paraphernalia. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Spanish or Portuguese or Catalan. Where did my Catalan go? There it is. Okay. Oh, and I should change it so that it gives her. What are you buying? Care to take a look in the book? We'll do them 5 at a time, and we'll pick feminine sounding names. That's right. She's not a fence. She's a revolutionary reclamations officer. Oh, Rosa. Rosa's a good. Ooh, Dulce is good too, because Dulce means. Does Dulce mean sweet? It sounds like a dessert word. Dulce Euphemia Paulina Maribel Macias. That is a very good name. It does mean sweet. Okay. Also, it is funny we're looking for names for revolutionaries and we got Rosa. That is cute. All right. Yeah. This is our named NPC here. There we go. AKA Sweet Euphemia. That's her nickname. Sweet Euphemia, because her first name is Dulce. What does Euphemia mean in is there a translation? Why does a non-noble have that long a name? It's normal for people of this kingdom to track like multiple relatives' names. Yeah. Sweet Euphemia. Sweet Paulina. Sweet Pauline is pretty good too. So Euphemia means well-spoken. Okay. No, let's just, I think we're good. Sweet Euphemia. Sweet Maribel. Nah, that's good. Sweet Euphemia or just Euphemia. This is her full name. And she is a fence and fence who works with Archie and his hounds, selling, finding new owners for property, reclaimed property. Okay, so Euphemia, we've got the doctor. Like basically, we're building up. She's known as Sweet Home Alabama. That's right. That's right. I love that song. So we're building up the support structure. What other? There'd be like a banker that works for Archie too, right? So like, let's reiterate what we know about him from the last session, because we still haven't technically met him. So yeah, let's see here. There we go. Archibald Henry, keeper of the hounds. Okay. So Archie, who is a liaison between the mercenaries that are currently being tolerated as the last remaining nobles are rounded up, and the illuminated masters. Archie holds the leash of a dozen or so dangerous people, and the IM hold his leash in turn. So is he a tool of the illuminated masters? Is he one of us? We don't know, right? I want him to be. This is the thing. Yeah, if they bring in the prince alive, I want there to be an opportunity where Archie becomes the villain, and Archie is just like, yeah, thanks. We'll take the prince from here. The prince gets freed. There's a bunch of like other bad shit because he's powerful, and he basically plea bargains his way out of being a noble. And then Archie is the person that they have to go to for like we suffered. You know, I lost a limb for this fight, and you're letting him go? Yeah, right. So there is a chance for some betrayal there. We'll see. Okay, so that's Archie. I feel like Archie is played by, if I had to cast these folks, I can't think of anybody for Sweet Euphemia. Originally, I had thought of her as that lady from Blade Runner, but I think now, thinking about her, I think she is like, she's like much darker skinned, I think, than I had originally thought. I think there's a subset of people who are kind of like pasty looking and white, but I think mostly people of the Empire, people of Esperine, tend to be on the darker side of the melanin spectrum. Probably because they're adjacent to there's a North African province that's going through its own style province. It's going through its own revolution right now because all of the colonists there are like, shit, we got to go home and deal with this revolution. Yeah. Anyhow, so we got the Doctor, we got Euphemia, we got Archibald. I think I need one more guy. I think we need somebody who holds the purse strings. So let's maybe do that. So this person, I want her definitely to be like an Operation Paperclip type person. Like she definitely should have been killed, but got away because she knew a bunch of secrets. Yeah. Somebody who betrayed the nobility because she had access to their records. This is like the lawyer for the mob who gets pinched and squeezed and then is like, okay, here's all the books for the criminals, right? Yeah, she was somebody's personal accountant and knows where all this shit is stored. I think she would have given up her title. But yeah, something about maybe this is what everybody calls her. And I need a woman's first name. Victoria, Karina, Valeria. I like Ophelia, but I'm going to save it for someone good. Philomena. Cassandra's pretty good. Dorothea is good too. Let's call it, you know what? I'm going to go with Dorothea. I'm feeling inspired by pattern recognition today. So Dorothea Purse Strings, not her actual name. Dorothea Purse Strings, aka Lady Dorothea, etc., etc., etc. We don't actually know her title. A member of the Illuminated Masters Economic Growth Program, but actually just the one who pays out the mercenary contracts, right? So here's the process, right? So I do Chromatic Chameleon. I haven't started yet, but I have it. So Archibald gets notes of mark or whatever we want to call them from the Illuminated Masters. Archie assigns missions, right? You get assigned missions. It's not come one, come all, no open bounties. Assigns missions based on the quarry. And then contractors, justice contractors. Ugh, that's a gross term. Perform the mission. Archibald confirms and gives the justice contractors a signet of completion. The JCs turn the signet into Dorothea for payment. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. Gets notes of mark from the IM, specifically the like ministry, the Ministry of Completion. Right? The Ministry of Completion is the branch of government tasked with hunting down and bringing escaped nobility to justice. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool. I like it. That's right. They're not just mercenaries. They're purveyors of revolutionary. They're freelance purveyors of revolutionary justice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So that's how that works. I think we're good on NPCs. Like meeting 4 new characters in one session is going to be a lot. I guess if I want to introduce the Smile family, I do need a Smile family member. So we need just like cheerful, bullshit, simple names for Smile family members. They're like basically they're just vaguely, remember, the Smile family are Manson family, creepy level, cultist, feel good hippies. They're death hippies. So I want them to be names like Cousin Moonbeam and Sister Starlight and, you know, like stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. Cousin Honeydew. Yeah. Yeah. So stuff like that. So I gotta think about. Brother Feelgood. Oh my God. That name is so good. And I need to put that as a note somewhere. I'm not going to use it right now, but cousin, Jesus Christ, Brother Feelgood. He's going to be like another level up. Where's my Smile family note here? Yeah, get Brother Feelgood the fuck away from me. Same. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so cousin, and I want them to be like, yeah, like innocence and so there's an angle here that I think if we go with like innocence, chastity, whatever, that's going to make them seem more like old-timey pilgrims. The Smile Family Ranch. Well, you know some shit goes on there. Yeah, exactly. Lowest members are cousins. Higher number members are like siblings, and then parents are the top one. Yeah, right. Cousin Euphoria, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah. So let's make this person cousin. Something real simple. What would be a thing that a peasant would think of that would make them smile? Cousin Meat Pie? Cousin Sunbeam? Yeah, probably, right? Cousin Free Bread? Cousin Potato? Cousin Taters? I do like Cousin Plum Cake. That's cute. I like that. All right, Cousin Plum Cake, and they always have to travel in pairs, right? Cousin Plum Cake and cousin. Let's see. There was another one I saw that I really liked that wasn't like Cousin Potato. Oh, we should have like a Flirty Fisher. Do you know what flirty fishing is? Is this a thing we're aware of? People outside of America probably don't know what this is. So flirty fishing is a thing, and I want to think that it's a Mormon or a Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints thing. But flirty fishing is like a cult practice where the cult, Scientology does it too, where they take hot, usually women, into the cult. And then they send them out to go out and use sex to try to bring new people into the cult. So it's like, hey, honey, do you like my conventional attractiveness? Check out my cleavage. Why don't you come back with me to the cult business? And we'll just, yeah, Aum Shinrikyo did it. And then they're like, yeah, I love fucking, I'll come back with you to your weird cult. And then they're like, yeah, all right. Oh my God, if we just call her Cousin Honeypot. I think the flirt to convert. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's call her that. Let's call her Cousin Honeypot. Like they're just they're just plum cake and honey pot. Okay, good. A low-ranking member of the Smile family, just out here trying to bring smiles for miles. Okay, so we're gonna make that's both of these idiots. Vaguely ominous idiot hippies is just like maybe my favorite evil cult so far. So that's cool. That's a fun thing to get to do. Do we think that they are going to pick a fight with any of these people or like roll against them? Probably, right? So let's take a look in the book and see if we have. Now, I looked in, this is a thing. I looked in the core book, which is this book we're looking at right here. I looked in the core book looking for like non-chaos humans, right? Because we have like vampires and ethereal spirits and shit. We got hell beasts, but for humanoids, like we kind of only have stuff like corrupt monster type humans, like brigands and zealots and soldiers and what have you. So I think maybe I only just need to figure out like deranged zealot works for everybody. I think let me look at Mangosh and see if it has any additional. It has a creator, an NPC creator, which I guess we could look at. Because all I really need is like a fast build NPC. Yeah. Okay. All right. So non-NPC. Okay. So we can use these tools. So, okay. Using the system, we would describe them thusly, which is the simple approach. 5 sentences. The warrior archetype driven by judgment and his order aligned. So how do we, okay. So how do we do that? Determine approach, which we'll do the simple approach. Enough narrative to have mechanical effect. Okay. And then we can flesh them out if we need to, but I've already kind of done this. I have a pretty good idea of that. Age group and ancestry, they're all humans. Appearance and social class. Oh, you know what we need? We need another ogre. We need another ogre. So age group, persona, like all this I have in my head already. I don't need to randomly determine these people. I guess we can roll plus their stats and then just decide if they would or wouldn't have abilities. So you know what? Here, let's go. The doctor. What stuff will the doctor need? And then what will we need for? Because like I could see them trying to haggle, so I need a haggling stat for a couple of them. I don't think they're gonna fight anybody here, but one more thing I wanted to do is I need an ogre. So the ogres all have like cool void names. So let's call this one Tender of the Field. Maybe just Tender of the Field. Yeah, aka Tender. Tender's a pretty cute name for an ogre, don't you think? So a member of the Philos ogre community and part of Dawn's clutch, like I don't know, like family unit, whatever that looks like. Yeah. Okay, Tender of the Field. Yeah. Chicken tender of the Szechuan. Like, yeah, family unit, flock, whatever we call a group of, yeah. Tinder of the Field is the matchmaker, yeah. Right, it'd be funny if the Smile family were actually reptilians. You know, at some point they're gonna meet, that they're gonna meet a member of the Smile family, and I'll get to do like a bad Charles Manson impression, like, it's gonna be great. Hey guys, what are you doing here? You guys want to come out of my van? It's gonna be great. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, is my face slipping? Let me just, does anybody else just want to lay on a hot rock for 4 or 5 hours? Nobody? You want to lay some leathery eggs? No, just me? All right. I'm out of here. So, Smile Family. They're great. So Tender of the Field, in case we need another ogre, I can say, tell me more about this person. Yeah, okay. All right. And then for stats, yeah, again, like looking at the stuff, I'm not sure that I even need to go this deep into figuring out like what their stuff is. Maybe we'll do one of these for like a larger character, but let me do this. Let me snipping tool this guy, because this actually is going to be useful to me. Because this is all I really need, right? Baseline stats. And then figure if they have 1 or 2 skills on top of that. So these are their primary attributes. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. So let's go put that into Roll20 as a table handout for me. So this is NPC Base Stats. Obviously, the players don't need to see this. Oh, what were there were other tables that I wanted to bring in here. What tables were those? Do you remember? I think it was not the critical hit tables. It's the instant, the slain tables. I think I wanted to include. Yeah. I think that was the one that was the one we wanted in here. Okay. So let me throw this. You want a picture of Robert Stack? Here, picture of Robert Stack. Yeah, from now on, fortune points are Robert Stack, and misfortune points are William Shatner. Yeah. For what purpose? God only knows. Here you go. Demon Prince Robert Stack. He's so friendly. Just don't explain that to the players. That would be very confusing for them. Okay. All right. So I got my table in here. I can use this as base stats for any character. That's actually very useful. Okay. That's going to be of significant help for me. I'm putting that in my GM notes. Okay. What else do we need for this episode? I kind of think not much. I sort of feel like this is a pretty good basis, because this isn't an episode where, like, I guess the thing that I need to do here is let's move this down. Just make sure they get introduced to the villain. That's really all we need to. That's all we need to kind of do near the end. So just make sure that this has an opportunity to happen. But also let them run around the city a little bit. Let's explore Philos. This is going to be kind of a world building while we explore it type situation. Okay, and then yeah, while I'm here, let me jump into. Let's see here. Let's jump into the GMing chapter and let's grab those. Let's grab those tables, shall we? Corruption, combat. So we did the injuries. Yeah, we won't need chaos manifestations for a while. All right. So get that blessed snipping tool. Bladed weapons. Now, if I didn't already know for a fact that all of this stuff would be part of the compendium that eventually we're going to get in Roll20, I would definitely be doing more of this. But this is going to be a macro eventually that you can just roll on. Yep. Yes. Hi, Mads. Yeah. So these will eventually be macros that'll just be built in. And again, I could do it myself, but I have other things I need to do. And eventually it'll all just be built in. So this is what? Bladed weapons? Bladed slain. It is easy. That's true. That is true. It's just copying all this stuff, right? Like, it's the formatting. It's not even hard in Roll20. It's just making sure the formatting doesn't, like, you know, blow out, basically, and everything has, like, squares in it, and it's a PDF hassle is what it is. But yeah, the way to do this would normally just be to create a new one here. Kind of like I made these rollable tables. These are tokens, multi-side tokens. You can kind of do the same thing. But how do you still have the snipping tool? I know people at Microsoft. No, that's not true. I don't know. I've just refused to click on try the new snip and sketch. Welcome to the snip and sketch. Which kind of sounds like a clinic / artist studio. Okay, crushing slain. There we go. And then gunpowder weapon slain. Yeah. And then lastly, missile weapon slain. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that, chat. That's good. All right. I wonder, yeah, help me do some organizational stuff once I save this. So, do you think that it's better? Do you think we should here? Let me look at Roll20. I think I need to nest these folders. So this is already kind of a lot, right? For the players to kind of like dig through. So maybe I make combat handouts and then other handouts and like organize them that way. I don't know. This folder is just going to get so big so fast. Huh. You can nest folders. It's easier to do once you have everything in. Good call. Yeah. All right. So we'll make a few more handouts. This one is a bladed slain. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Okay. This is just me being silly and having fun with my players. But I'm going to do something. Let me show you. So, okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'll put this in. I'm going to keep doing this, but all right, I'm making a new handout. I'm going to put it in all the players' journals. I'm not going to explain it to them. I'm going to put GM, secret GM notes. I'm going to put this photograph of Robert Stack. And then I'm just going to leave it. And we're just going to put it in the handouts folder. And then don't worry about it. So now, if any of my players look at my secret GM notes, they'll just see this sick picture of Robert Stack. Good. And then they'll have to admit to me that they don't know. You know, if you put notes in the GM notes section, they don't see it. Yeah, they have access. It's in their folder. So we're good. It's very silly. This is just me messing with my players. Okay. All right. And then I need to add those other death tables for right now. So bladed slain. This is crushing slain. I'll give that to everybody once it's done uploading. Here we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. And then I need to go add in a new one. I'll just keep doing this. I don't know. I really like, this is my favorite thing about, and I think I talked about this before, about, you know, modern GMing, either in person with a computer or in a group, like we do with role-playing online. I really like being able to use PDFs, screenshot, cut up, remix, and make my own, essentially my own GM screen. Like I love that stuff. I think being able to create this stuff is really cool. It makes the game way easier, especially games that don't have compendiums yet. Like being able to cut all of this stuff out and have it at easy grasp It makes my job so much easier. Yeah. I think there's a fair amount of kind of what appears to be GMing talent that is actually just I know how to make my job slightly easier by using Roll20. Which is good because it means anybody can do it. Okay, so now I want to create a subfolder, combat handouts. And then drag these into there. There we go. Oh, if I was smart, I would have called these slain, missile, slain. Yeah, I should switch these so they all order properly. Yeah, I definitely should have done that in the first place. That's okay. Because now when I order them by alphabetical, they'll all be together. It also sounds like I'm calling the, I'm doing the roll call for the Slain family. Slain missile, here. Slain bladed, here. Slain gunpowder, he's out sick today, ma'am. Okay. All right, so those are combat handouts. We got combat actions, and we got conditional effects in combat. And that's good. Okay. And then I have, what's the other? Let me see here. So let's go. I make a folder and put the handouts in that to type slightly less. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Slain and then all of those handouts. Yeah, everybody does it a little bit differently. And that's what's cool about organizational like stuff. Okay, so corruption. So we'll make a separate one of those. This is chaos offenses. There we go. Injuries go in combat. See, I did it right for this one. I made them injuries grievous. Gunpowder slain is a pretty badass name. It's true. You can have that one. You can call your next PC Gunpowder Slain. But you have to spell it like this. You have to spell it S-L-A-Y-N or maybe N-E, like that. Angry mushroom. It's a skull. It's a badly drawn skull. Okay. Okay. Those are combat handouts. We got fortune points, which I think we'll put. Wait. Oh my god, fuck off. There we go. And then we'll do character creation. Or character handouts. So this is all like, oh, this is another mysterious note. God, I do that a lot, actually. I just click the wrong thing. I need a new subfolder. There we go. Character creation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. I think that's all I need. I don't think there's going to be a fight in this episode. Unless they pick one, in which case I can find somebody for them to fight in the bestiary. I can do that, or I can find random tables, or they could fight a vampire. I don't know. Oh, look at this hot vampire. Look at him. The art in this is so good. All right. Cool. I think I've seen this Saturday morning cartoon. Yes, accidental David Bowie zoom. Yep, it's true. Cool. All right, I think that's it. I don't expect these kind of in between prep sessions to take all that long, which is cool. And I think I'm ready to go. I've got all the mechanical stuff I need, and I think we're ready to go. Yeah, if people have questions, like we could do a little Q&A kind of thing at the end of these sessions if people want to ask about Zweihander or about the campaign. What drew me to run a Zweihander game? I love, of all the kinds of fantasy, right? Of like high fantasy, low fantasy, gritty fantasy, Mariah Carey's fantasy. Mariah Carey is my favorite one. But I like gritty fantasy. I like dark fantasy. I like when the characters struggle with corruption. I love the themes of the game, and I'm a big Warhammer fantasy like roleplay fan from way back. So the thing that draws me to Zweihander especially is make characters randomly, then figure out why they're together. It reminds me a lot of the character creation stuff, and we should do a first look at this now kind of old game. It reminds me of Free Market. Free Market does that in a really interesting way, where it's like you make your character, you figure out what they're good at. Everyone does that alone, and then they make up an art collective that includes all of those characters. So I was drawn to it by the general tone and the themes, and then also the randomness of character creation, that sort of thing. Is there a possibility for Warhammer 4E, considering how similar they are? I actually did a one-shot over on Roleplay of 4th edition Warhammer Fantasy. It's really cool. It's pretty different than Zweihander. I'm actually really happy at how different they are. I think Zweihander is the Pathfinder of this particular weird tree, right? Like here, I'll give you a shitty Adam Coble drawing to kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking of. So like, if this game design tree starts down here with Warhammer Fantasy, right? It branches then, continues into Warhammer Fantasy 2nd. So we have 1st, right? We have Warhammer 2nd. Then I think it branches from there into 3rd, right? Warhammer Fantasy 3rd. And then also over here, Zweihander. And then there is another branch off the original that is 4th. Right? So, that's why I think it's Pathfinder, because the D&D tree, this is Pathfinder, this is 4th edition D&D, and this is 5e, right? So this is our Pathfinder equivalent, and then this is our 5e equivalent, and then this is 4th edition. And in the same way, most people hated this. Most people hated 3rd edition Warhammer. I thought it had some cool ideas. And then I suppose if you really want to get weird, this 3rd edition branches into a different game, which is Genesis, and FFG is Star Wars. Totally different game, right? Off of that particular branch of 3rd edition Warhammer. So Genesis wouldn't exist if it weren't for 1st edition Warhammer, which is kind of interesting. I'm playing 2 games that branch off the same tree. I suppose too, the Black Library and all the 40K games, they branch off in this direction. So you get, like, for example, Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy and Dark Heresy 2nd edition, right? It's a big complex tree that comes up out of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, right? Yeah. Let me delete this shameful conspiracy drawing. But yeah, so, I think you're going to get a very different game experience if you play Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition than if you play Warhammer Fantasy 2nd or 3rd or whatever, right? They're all quite different games. So if you want to see that in action, you want to see the GM prep, my YouTube channel has the prep for that, and we have the live one, and it was, that's okay, I made a new token. And it was me, I was running it, and I ran it for Dodger and Strippin and Bikeman and Pocket. Yeah, I ran the Warhammer Fantasy thing for them. And it was pretty fun, but it's very different than Zweihander, which is good. We don't need 2 of the same role-playing game in the world, right? Better to have some difference. Yeah, same sort of thing with PBTA into Forged in the Dark. Yeah. Cool. Somebody asked earlier, what specific things are you thinking about pushing the PC's personality on? So for me, it's just about giving them opportunities, right? So to Mr. Bolvadier, I want to give him an opportunity to prove somebody else stupid or prove how smart he is. For Blue Jay's character, I want her to be able to beat people up when it's inappropriate to do so, right? To show ferocity and hatred. For Vander, I want Vander to bamboozle or betray people's trust, right? Be a diplomat at a cost. And then for our cultist, martyrdom, right? The opportunity to suffer for someone else. So for me, that as a GM is the purpose of alignment. And then also just remind them about corruption and be like, okay, but you know, from a director's stance perspective, you know, this is going to corrupt you. So, yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's all I've got. I am ready for episode number 2. Of course, episode 2 is going to be live on Monday at 5 p.m. Right? 5 p.m. So tune in for that. If you miss it, it'll be live later in the week. We'll do VODs on YouTube on Thursday morning. So yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'm ready. Thank you for helping me out. That is it for today's streams. I am going to go and set up my new flight stick and my throttle for learning how to play Star Citizen tomorrow. So yeah, cool. All right. That's it. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.